Hey guys, it is cold out here, so I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get this thing started. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Welcome to the show.
I've been doing music for since I can remember. Um, the story is told that my eldest brother Antoine was banging on the keyboard. Um, he was getting piano lessons. He just kind of like up and quit. So we're gonna say like I'm about two or three, and I was just kind of
Wow.
always drawn to the keyboard. So I was always up there doing something. So I think just always having that interaction with my eldest brother because he was always in there. Me being the little nosy 2, 3 year old, I'm like, "What are you doing?" So the other thing too was my uncle. My uncle on my dad's side, he plays organ.
Mm.
He plays bass, and so going to Alabama to go see them, I'm always like around musicians. So it's just been something that I've always been doing.
Gotcha. So having said that, who inspired you to start making your own music?
Um, so that was just kind of something that just kind of happened. I At first I didn't really think I was gonna write my own stuff because really my dad was the one that was like really playing music. My mom was always just playing like preaching. So my dad is like the music buff. So like if the newest Clark Sisters album came out, he had it. If Jonathan
Yeah.
Key dropped a new album, he had it. So I was just kind of like just listening to whatever he was listening to because we're always on the road going somewhere. And that just kind of inspired me to kind of write my own stuff. Because
Okay.
right now, what keeps me inspired is just writing for different artists that I'm working, my local artists that I'm working with right now.
Mm.
Um, and they keep me challenged. I'm working with one group out of Lynchburg, and their stuff is in Spanish, and they want it in
Wow.
English. I'm like, okay. so, so it keeps me
Man.
inspired because then it keeps me inspired because it's a challenge. It's a challenge to kind of write different styles and
Mm.
try and capture what their message is, and then really put meaningful lyrics to what they're trying to convey, and then put really really good backing music to it. So,
Man, that's pretty awesome. So bilingual, trilingual, what are you?
so I'm officially bilingual.
Okay.
Officially bilingual. Um, there are times where I'll write something in French. It's not a whole lot.
Hmm.
I'm trying to work more towards Creole, more towards the Haitian Creole than
Okay.
the French of France. But
Okay.
because they have that base is the same, that French base is the same, you just kind of you roll with it. Um, I have one song in Korean. One. I have one song in Korean.
It's pretty
Um,
awesome.
and I think that's about it for right. No, I got a song in. I want to say it's in Twi from Nigeria. I want to not from Nigeria, from Ghana. One song in Twi from Ghana because I was under some Ghanaian pastors for like 2 years.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So it's like, so you're pretty versatile. So having said that, if I mean with all that versatility, let me fix my camera. Having all that versatility, can you tell me who influences you as an artist?
Oh Jesus, where do I start? So influences right now, current influences are artists like out of J-pop, Crystal K. I still listen to her stuff from the early 2000s. I was just listening to the Clark Sisters interview on, it wasn't The View, it was some TV show I was just watching.
Mhm.
Um, who else? Uh, Gotta give my Caribbean roots out. Buju Banton,
Okay.
Bungie Garland, Patrice Roberts. Um, Out of Africa, I'm listening to Tiwa Savage, listening to Afrobeat. So I'm just
Okay.
everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Wow. That's Yeah, that makes you a pretty diverse artist in that sense because you can pretty much do anything, go anywhere, and vibe with just about anybody. So, who would you most like to collaborate with?
Uh, oof. Right now, I really want to collaborate with some local artists here. Um, I have who's here? Kevin Mickey is here, whose brother is Corey Mickey. I want to collab with him.
Okay.
I want to collab with Brittany Wright, who's out of Baltimore. Miranda Sanders, she is the girl directress for Kadesh Levite out of Baltimore.
Okay.
Just local folks here in the area. I'm not really trying to go like way out yet. Just kind of want to get my name established like around here first. Because we have a lot of DMV artists. Richard Smallwood is here. JJ Harrison just moved down here from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Capria McClern is up here. AJ Brown is up here. Brittany Wright is up here. Jeremy Hicks is up here. So there's just a lot of local heavy hitters here in the DC area that's like, I just want to kind of connect with them first, just to kind of get that base established.
Got it. Yeah, and JJ Harrison's from he's from Bridgeport, but I'm from New Haven, so it's about maybe like 25 minutes away from me. So yeah, I'm very familiar with that area and his music. So yeah, that's pretty awesome that you would want to collaborate with somebody like him and other artists in the area, which doesn't happen a lot. A lot of times people want to collaborate with, folks that are a little out, a little bit more further out, maybe, bigger markets or whatever. But I like the fact that you like the local artists, because that's important too, because, we're kind of the ones that kind of keep things moving in the area.
Right.
So that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit and ask you what's going to be considered to be a crazy question, but still something kind of fun. What's your most useless talent?
17, right after I graduated with my bachelor's in music. It was a really, really rough time because the pastor of the church, so the church that I was the ministry music at, it's a bilingual church. So the pastor's from Peru, his wife is from Kansas.
A good song. It needs to be out there. More people need to hear it. So I'm hoping that's going to be the future. And speaking of the future, what is Jay Santo's future look like? What does it look like for you?
So for right now, I'm really just kind of teaching and training other musicians right now. There's Santo, MYUZIK, which is music, but I spelled it weird. So that's my music page. That's the main form to get in contact with me right now, and I'll be posting way more on there. So that's J.Santo, SANTO, MYUZIK. That's at Instagram.
That's awesome. And side note for everybody that didn't know, there was a remix / interpretation of Rope that Jay Santo did, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So guys should check that out on Instagram. It is pretty doggone phenomenal. Love the way you reinterpreted that. I would have never came up with that in a million years. I was like, wow, that was pretty doggone good.
Thank you.
So I love that, man. Hey, everybody. I just got through interviewing Jay Santo, and I want to introduce you to him and his song, Awesome God.
Praise the Lord, everybody. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Can you begin to say something great to the Lord on tonight? God, you're awesome. God, you're holy. God, you're mighty. You are a strong tower. You are Jehovah Shammah, the God who is there. And so, God, we bless you on tonight. We magnify you. We glorify you. And we lift you up. Say this with us. We are assembled here. We lift our hands and we honor you.
We lift our hands and honor you.
Come on, that's it. For your great and power.
For your great and power.
And your robed in splendor. So we adore. And we sing. So we declare, say, oh, you're an awesome God. We say, you are an awesome God. We say, you are. We declare, say, you are. thee our offerings we bring. Come on, lift it up tonight.
To thee our offerings we bring.
And this is the reason why. Because he's great in power.
For you are great and
And he is robed in splendor. We adore and we thank you. Come on. We declare it. Oh, you're an awesome God. Your faithfulness is new day after day. So we declare you are awesome. Awesome. You are. We testify tonight. We declare you are awesome, God. We glorify you. We magnify you. We make your name great in this place. You are. There's nobody like. There's no one. There is no one who can stand beside the Lord. Oh, there's nobody like you. There's none like you. We testify tonight. You are an awesome God. Everybody clap those hands right here and lift up a sound of praise unto the Lord tonight. We shout his praises from the mountains, from the cities to the country. We declare, oh God, you're awesome. Awesome. You are. Yes, you are awesome. Strong and mighty. You are. Come on, testify. Say he's mighty. Mighty to save. Mighty to heal. Oh, awesome and mighty. You are. Declare, say he's faithful. Faithful. He is loyal. Yes, he is. He's a friend who's sticking closer than a brother. You are. Yeah. Holy. Holy. You are a holy God. Holy is the Lamb of God. We declare you are a holy God. We declare you are worthy. You are worthy. Worthy are you to receive glory and honor and riches and strength. You are a worthy God. Yeah. Somebody shout out praises to the Lord tonight. Hallelujah. We bless you. We magnify you. Yeah. Say awesome. Awesome. You are. We glorify you. You are awesome. Awesome. You are. Yeah. Jesus. We call your name. Cause only you are God. We declare yes, Jesus. Jesus, you are an awesome God. Yeah. You are an awesome God. You're an awesome God. Somebody bless him in here with your whole heart. Hallelujah. Oh.
So tell us a little bit about who Tyler is and some of the things that you like to do.
Well, my name is Tyler Butler Figueroa. I'm 11 years old, well, 12 years old, and I play the violin, and I play all types of music. And before America's Got Talent, I would street perform on the streets to save up money. And when I had the idea to audition for America's Got Talent, I street performed to save up money to go to Charlotte and audition. And I had made the cut, and I've been performing ever since. And I just really love performing for people. And I feel like violin is a way to express myself through music. And I just really love playing the violin. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I know when we first met and we saw what you could do with that violin. Yeah, I think one of the things that we were most amazed about was your stage presence. How your ability, when you got on stage, you just lit up. Like you became like somebody different in a good way though. So yeah, we just love that about you. And then you're such a humble spirit. which is also
Thank
another
you.
cool thing about you. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
you have so much talent, but yet you are able to kind of, keep it all contained and just be like, yeah, I just play violin.
Thank
So it's
you.
actually, you're
Mhm.
welcome. You're welcome. It's pretty cool. So here's another fun question.
Mhm.
So if you could open a show for any artist, who would that artist be?
I would open a show for Beyonce because I played her song Survivor on the finale, and I really like the song Survivor, and so I would really like to open a show for her.
Oh, that would be epic. Imagine
Thank
that.
you. Mhm.
Yeah, I could, that might happen in your future. That may be a thing. Maybe a
Thank
thing.
you.
So, I mean, do you see that as something that could potentially happen, or you kind of like, well, it might, it may not?
Yes, I could see it happening.
Good.
But it comes with practice and hard work and perfecting my craft.
That's right. That's right. And that's a thing that all of the artists that I talked to in the last few days were saying. It's like one of the things they liked was the fact that artists that are coming out are seem to be working on perfecting their craft and getting really good at what they
Yes.
do. So that's
Mhm.
one thing I'm proud to hear that from you, being so young that you're thinking about that already. So that's a good thing. So
Thank
kudos to
you.
you. You're
Thank
welcome. You're
you.
welcome. So I know you'd like to perform with Beyonce, but who would you like to do a collaboration with? If you had anybody in the world you could do one with.
A collaboration. I would like to do a collaboration with um Damien Escobar because he is a violinist just like me,
Okay.
and he plays around the world, and I would really like to play with him because he shows a lot of energy, and he's like one of my inspirations, and yeah, I would just really like to perform with him.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I never heard of him, but it sounds like that he's somebody that really influences you. And
Yeah.
so, having said that, I wasn't going to ask this question earlier, but I'm going to ask it because it just came to me. So, of your top 5 artists, if you have a top 5, what are your top 5s? Who are your favorites? Some of your favorites.
Um, Justin Bieber, Beyonce, um, I like Post Malone's Sunflower,
Okay.
and um, I'm trying to think of some more. Like Lil Nas X, with Old Town Road, and like Ed Sheeran, Shape of
Okay.
You. Hmm.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so
Hmm.
that's pretty diverse. Pretty diverse. You got country, you
Yes,
got pop, got all kinds of influences there. So that's awesome. And
yes.
and also too, as a musician, that that rounds you out to have so many different influences. You can go from pop to classical, or from R&B to rock
Hmm.
to gospel, all these different things. So it just makes you more well-rounded as a musician, and that's
Yes.
good. Another great thing that you're doing at this age. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So tell all your fans, what have you been up to since AGT? Some of the cool things.
Since AGT, I've performed with Blanco Brown. Um, I went to Charlotte to perform with him the Get Up. Um, I performed the Get Up on America's Got Talent, the Champions, on my audition, and it was really cool performing with him because I really like his song, The Get Up, and I've always wanted to play that song with him. And yeah, it was just really fun meeting him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow. So you've been busy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to talk with you a little bit about the song "A Change Is Gonna Come,"
Hmm.
because that's the song you're going to be doing for us for the show, and I wanted to find out what is it about that song that you like?
I like the song because it's telling the world that no matter what happens later on in life, a change is gonna come. And so I really like that song because I can show a lot of emotion and I can show a lot of energy. And I like playing that song, and I would play that song when I would be street performing. And yeah, I just think it's a great song.
Yeah, it is a great song. Like you
Hmm.
said, especially with everything going on with the you know COVID-19 and
Yeah.
social distancing and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I think it's an appropriate song for the times. It's a song of hope in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great. That's great. So
Mhm.
what's some of the, well, if you had to pick maybe like, let's just say one to make it easy. If you had to pick the one best piece of advice that you were given in the industry, what would that have been?
The one piece of, I mean, yeah, I would say that would be to never ever give up. That was when I was getting my cancer treatments, and it goes like with everybody. Don't just stop. Don't give up. So you just have to keep going and never ever give up. Hmm.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's great advice. That's great advice. Now I'm gonna flip that around a little bit. Now, talk to your fans and tell all of your fans, give them a piece of advice from you. What would you tell your fans, your young fans?
I would tell my fans to never lose hope and always always stay happy and just enjoy the time that you're having right now while you're at home with whoever you're with, and just spend time with your family and just never give up and never lose hope. Hmm.
All right, all right. And one more question for you. For other performers that are other child performers like you or kid performers, or young adult performers, what advice would you give them? I know that it sounds like that I asked that question before, but it's a little different from your fans versus fellow performers. What would you tell them?
I would tell them, I know it's hard that you can't like perform like you used to, and you can't do a lot of bookings, and so it's hard for you to have income, and so right now is a good time to be perfecting our craft and getting better so that when this is all over, we can start performing and be better than what we were before. Hmm.
That's that's some of the best advice I've heard in a long time, and it's coming out of you, out of a young man like yourself. That is
Thank,
awesome. Keep
thank you.
perfecting your craft and don't, take the time that you have and use it wisely. That's awesome.
Hmm. Yes, thank
So,
you.
so this is my last question.
Okay.
So, what's next for Tyler?
Um, Next, after all of this is over, I'm gonna try and start back street performing. Because I really love street performing and sharing my music with everybody, and I just love to see smiles on people's face while they walk by. And yeah, I just really like street performing because I got exercise and I really like doing it.
Ah, okay, okay. So Tyler, it is great to hear that you've been doing some street performing and all the cool things that you've done at AGT, but tell us about some of the other events that you've been doing.
Yes, once everything gets back to normal, I will start performing at big um, corporate events. And I also play at hockey games and basketball halftime shows and outdoor music festivals. And so I just really look forward to going back to that.
That's great. And also, I thought I heard Adam in the background. Where is he? Can we see him? Can you say hi?
Yes. Hi.
Hey, what's up, Adam?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good, Mr. Security.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's good to see you. Good to see you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are we going to, or should we expect maybe a little single or an album or something in the future? Maybe not the near future, but the future. Is there something coming up?
Yes, I might try starting to make my original music or an album, like you said. But I'll just see what comes in the future.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Tyler, for interviewing, and thank you for being a part of this special event. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
So Jason, what have you been doing after AGT?
So after AGT, me and Voices of Service, we've been doing some recording. We did some Christmas music, and we also are in the process of doing some other recordings. But personally, I've also been doing a few songs, some solo songs, some stuff that I had for a few years, been kind of laying back, and I had to dust it off, and decided to go on ahead and start recording it and putting it out there. So we're all busy doing something, but collectively as Voice of Service, we're still doing our thing as well. So yeah, it's a great time to be creative.
Good. That's nice to hear.
Well, thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So Tyler, it's great hearing from you, and I'm sure your fans want to know, where can they reach you? Where can they follow you?
Well, my name is Tyler Butler Figueroa, violinist, and you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Awesome. All right, folks, you guys are getting ready to hear an awesome performance of Tyler Butler Figueroa performing "A Change Is Gonna Come" by Sam Cooke.
So Jessica, how you been doing?
Pretty good, you know.
Yeah. How's work and dealing with you know, the corona virus and everything that's going on in the world? How you feeling about that stuff?
It's cool. It's allowing me to really, really spend more time with God, and it's fantastic in that sense. So.
Gotcha. So are you one of the ones that's teleworking, or are you essential personnel? You got to go to work every day, and
I'm essential. You, I got.
Oh, you're essential.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, I am too, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah. The job that I'm doing right now, I am a medic in the Army and LPN, but because of the job that I do, telework. So basically, I can telework. You know, so it makes my life a little bit easier in some ways, but in other ways not so easy. But at any rate, enough about that. Let's talk about Jessica Cain, the artist. What have you been up to?
The Father, he's been sending me a whole bunch of scripture memory songs that I'm just pouring out, and that'll be my next project. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
So speaking of your project, Tranquility for the Soul, in particular, the song The Other Side, can you tell me a little bit about what inspired that song? Tell us all about that.
So pretty much The Other Side, it's just pretty much just thinking, okay, how life was prior to actually having a relationship with the Father, and like how he has changed my whole mindset. And I'm just welcoming others into that. Come with me, because this is amazing, being able to just have peace and joy and love, and it's just wonderful. Just come take a ride with me.
Okay, I understand that. I always say that I'm a journey person. It's not so much, I know it sounds cliche, but it's not the destination for me. It's always the journey, because that's where, the work gets put in. That's where you experience the highs and the lows and all the different things that life has to offer. And even with, walking with God and having just the different things that get brought into your path. I always say the journey is what I'm all about. And from what I hear you saying, it's like, you kind of want people to come along on that journey with you and with this song.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. So let me ask you this question. So what first got you into music?
So the first thing, let me think. So I was a baby. I think I was hearing music in the womb from my dad and from my mom. And so pretty much they would go to worship services and praise and worship team, and I just sit there, watch them rehearse, and watch my dad in the studio, like ooh. And then my aunties, when they were in the marching band, I was like, oh snap, I really want to be on the marching band somehow. So that's what inspired me to just play trumpet, and like all kinds of things.
Gotcha.
Instrument is trumpet. I'm learning guitar, fiddle faddling with keys and drums and trombone. But but mainly.
Oh.
Process how I make my music, it all changes. Sometimes I start with a nice little beat, sometimes I start with some lyrics, sometimes I start with one inspiration was just right in the shower, like oh snap, let me go ahead and jump out of the shower and jump right into the studio and lay this down right quick. But it all changes.
Song that I wrote like 5 years ago. Has that ever happened to you before?
Yes, definitely. It has happened. I was like, oh, it's complete. Yes.
See, that's the thing about, the artistry is that feeling of, getting, it's almost like, well, I mean, I've never had a physical baby myself, but I mean, I'm a dad, but I would think it's like the process of having a baby, like you have this thing that you're nurturing and you're trying to, bring it to, has that ever happened to you before?
Yes.
That's the thing about, the artistry is that feeling of, getting, it's almost like, well, I mean, I've never had a physical baby myself, but I mean, I'm a dad, but I would think it's like the process of having a baby, like you have this thing that you're nurturing and you're trying to, bring it to, you're trying to birth it, and then finally it's done. And now you're ready to put it out into the world,
Yeah.
So yeah, I got you. So, artists that, I got you. So, artists that inspire you, your top, let's give it your top 10.
Top 10.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
So it's we trying to get a baseline. So you rattled those off pretty fast. Me, I'd say you got to give me at least top, I don't know, like 200. I don't have a top because there's so many different artists that I enjoy. But of the ones that you mentioned, definitely Fred Hammond, definitely Layla. I would love to do a project with Layla. That would be like, look, just let me sing, a background, like a little note in the background of the album right there, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll be good. Just a little something. But yeah. So why Layla though? Just let me ask that question. Why?
So
Yeah.
I'm like, she's just amazing vocalist.
Yeah, she
I love
is.
people who can actually really sing.
That's why I said her voice, and she reminds me. It as everybody says this, but thinking of her dad, her voice is like her dad's, but it's like she had more time to develop it and just does some really cool and interesting things with it, and so it just makes her she's not underrated or anyway, but I mean, she's not like what we call the mainstream artist, but at the same token, definitely nothing to mess with. You definitely don't want to put her in that category and say, oh, she can't really sing. Like, really?
Excuse me? No.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, Jessica Cain, who is your favorite producer of all time?
So I would say like Doobie Powell. His style is quite magnificent.
Okay. And why so? Why do you say that?
Doobie Powell is like a gospel producer. He produces his own music and he sings and stuff like that on his own stuff. And it sounds absolutely stunning. His style is his chords are so lush and just like, oh yes, so fantastic. And the harmonies is like ridiculous.
So this is somebody that you would, if you were ever in the studio with them, you just love to be in that space to kind of collaborate with them. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
would you
definitely. Like, yo, can I just lend my trumpet? Can I play a little trumpet lick right here? Go right there. All right, just right.
Okay. All right. Understood. Okay. So tell us about what's next for you.
I guess I'll be doing some live recordings. If I can get my dad to hop on, sure, that'd be fantastic.
That would be fantastic. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay for that for sure. I'd pay twice to see that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about some of the best advice that you've ever been given, and what advice would you give to aspiring musicians who want to, record their own stuff, or they just want to get out there and put music out into the world, what advice would you give them? 2-part question.
I would say go ahead and do your research. It helps to do research. If you can, research some schools and whatnot, classes that offer music production training and whatnot, and hone your craft, practice. And most definitely, when you can, develop a relationship with the Father. Allow him to be used. Be in every aspect of your whatever you do, whatever you play, whatever you sing, whatever.
That's some good advice. That's some very sound advice, Jessica. And so my last question to you is, how can we find Jessica Cain? Where does she hang out on the social media? Where can we find you and learn more about you and listen to your music?
So you can find Jessica Cain at JDPSoundz.com with a Z, or social media, JDPSoundz. Yeah.
Okay, not an S, but a Z. It's a
but
Z
with a Z.
at the end.
Z.
All right. We've been listening to Jessica Cain talk a little bit about her music and about what she does, what influences her. And so the next thing that we're going to hear is her song, The Other Side by Jessica Cain.
Do you wanna go with me to a place where we can be so free? Do you wanna take a ride with me on the other side of this nonsense? Get away, oh just escape, oh hide away, get away, oh fly away. Do you wanna go with me to a place where we can be so free? Do you wanna take a ride with me on the other side of this nonsense? Come and go with me, take a ride with me, just go with me, come with me, come and go with me, take a ride with me. Let's go with me, just come with me. Do you wanna go with me to a place where we can be so free? Do you wanna take a ride with me on the other side of this emptiness? Let's get away from this stress today. Let's take a ride on the other side of this craziness. Come and go with me, take a ride with me, just go with me. Come and go with me, come and go with me, come and go with me. Come with me, just go with me, just come with me, come with me, just go with me, come with me. Do you wanna escape the things that you know you can't change? Do you wanna go somewhere where peace of mind is within range? I have a place in mind, perfectly designed. All you gotta do is leave your sin behind. His will is perfectly designed for you and me. Come with me, just go with me. Oh, 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 Come with me, just go with me, just come with me, just go with me, yeah. Oh, just come with me.
Hi, I'm Holly. Hi, I'm Ava. Hi, I'm Michaela. Hi, I'm Sarah. Hi, I'm Sienna, and we are GForce.
So guys, it's been a while since we all had a chance to talk to each other. And, AGT was such a great experience, and I'm glad that we got a chance to meet and just connect. And I'm glad that we're able to do this again. This is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yes, very cool, very cool. Mm-hmm. So first question, I guess this is the most important question of all, is who are you? Let's talk about it.
Hi, I'm Holly Gorski, and a fun fact about me is that my favorite food is sushi.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite type of sushi?
I would have to say Red Dragon.
Red Dragon, okay.
I've been having Red Dragon for like my whole life. So
and the funny thing is, I have no idea what Red Dragon is at all.
Red Dragon's my favorite. I love Red Dragon.
Yes,
I'm not a big sushi eater, so my knowledge about sushi is not quite there.
I'm not a fan of sushi.
Yeah, mine is like coconut shrimp, and it's like basically it's cooked.
I know a California roll and a cucumber roll, and that's it. That's all I know about sushi.
Yeah. All right. And what about you, Ava?
Hi, I'm Ava, and a fun fact about me is that I can rap really fast.
You said that you rap really fast, and I think your name in GForce is something different, right?
Yeah, it's Speedy G because I talk really fast.
Okay, got you. So can you give us an example of that fast rapping that you do?
Oh, sure. Okay, ready?
Uh-huh.
Watch handle too cold to hold money into Jocelyn's 5 years old. Some peeps the money and stop. I'm on a job with the cherry on top. I'm going hard with Duke, Stanford, and yeah, for tuition too. So put the check in the mail because you want what you get when you get what you want to forget. Hey!
Okay, all right. That was awesome. Speedy G. Okay, well earned. So Michaela, tell us a little bit about you.
My name is Michaela Lucci, and a very, very random fun fact about me is that I am extremely terrified of birds.
Oh, wow.
Not random, but...
Wow. What? Just birds in general? Like, what about flying insects or just birds?
No, just birds. Like if we'll be walking in the city and I see a pigeon, and I'm like, Michaela, calm down. It's not a big deal, but I'm like running. I'm terrified. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the fast movements. It just freaks me out. So I
Gotcha.
see birds. They're good from a distance.
So have you ever seen Jurassic Park?
Oh yes, dinosaurs are great. I love dinosaurs.
Got you. But birds, that's a problem.
Birds, not so great.
Gotcha. Okay, Sarah, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, I'm Sarah DiCarvalho, and a fun fact about me is that I have 3 dogs.
Oh, wow. What kind?
I have a puppy who is a Frenchie, and his name is Frankie, and I have 2 boxers, Lola and Charlie.
Oh, awesome. So they're like, well, mid-sized dogs, medium-sized?
Medium-sized, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And Sienna, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Sienna Pacino, and a fun fact about me is my favorite TV show right now is Friends. Actually, Michaela got me into it. She told me she was binge watching it, and I decided to do too. And it's awesome.
Finished it. I'm sad now.
Aww. What season are you in?
I'm done. But I'm watching it all over again because I'm a weirdo like that, and I'm watching season 1 again.
I've seen Friends like 3 times, and it gets better every time.
Aw, yeah, that's I know it's funny. For me, it's like an old school show, but it's a good show. It was funny. It had a lot of fun stuff involved, and
Very
just
fun.
and the thing about it is, it's kind of a weird thing. I know it sounds kind of corny, but you guys are kind of like, you guys kind of remind me of that because you guys are a group of friends and a lot of guys, and y'all hang out together and do stuff together. And so that's kind of it's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I love that about you guys.
Thanks.
Well, tell me a little bit about school. What's school like now?
Well, school is, as you know, it's online.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't mind it. I can work at my own pace, and I'm still very connected with my classmates and my teachers, and sure everyone else is as well. Obviously, it's different from what we usually do, but we're adapting to change and getting used to it.
I think we're grateful to be able to just keep on learning and have a resource to act as education, because some other places, some other countries are struggling right now, and I'm just grateful that we can keep up our school and work and everything.
Yeah, and I'm still interacting with my classmates and my teachers, so once a week we always go on Zoom like this, and we basically just talk about what we've been doing and our work and everything like that. So we're still connecting with each other, and I feel like it's great. I actually really like it.
That's pretty cool.
So that we still get education, but it's different. But it's good. It's good to adapt to things and learn to switch that kind of way.
Yeah, it's all about being resilient and just learning how to like you said, adapt to changes, and life is like that. You just never know what's going to happen, so you kind of learn to move with all the different things that happen. So that's good. I'm glad that you guys are able to do that. But I thought there was something interesting that Ava said, that you get on Zoom once a week.
Yeah,
That's it. Just once a week.
No, I do work, but I'm just saying once a week we all get to go on Zoom together.
Okay, because the reason why I said that, because my son is on Zoom every day.
That's so am I. I'm on Zoom every day.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what we do is on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday we work just without anything. And then on Wednesday, we get to talk about what we've been doing and stuff.
With my lighting.
Doesn't use Zoom at all. We have an online setup from when we were at school already, so it's not
me too.
of a change, but we have a discussion board, so I type back and forth with my classmates. We talk about what we're doing. And
That's cool. Okay, so what grades are you guys in? Who's the oldest? Who's the youngest? You can start with, anybody can start, and we'll just go on.
How about we start with the oldest?
Well, Holly, you want to start with Holly? Okay, Holly, we'll start with you.
I'm the youngest, and Sienna is the oldest. And I'm in grade 6.
Okay.
And I'm grade 8.
Oh, you're almost a freshman. Oh.
I'm also in grade 8.
I'm also in grade 8.
Okay.
I'm grade 7.
So how do you guys feel about being almost freshmen?
I'm really nervous. I don't know. The thought of going to high school is just mind-boggling.
I'm nervous, but my brothers, my one brother started his first year of college, and my other brother is in high school right now, and they say they loved it. They loved it way more than when they were in elementary school. So I'm taking their word for it, and just have to wait and see.
Okay. Well, my advice on that is keep an open mind about it. And I loved high school. I love school in general, but I loved high school because I was, it's just the friends and just the experience of it all. So I loved it. But I'm weird like that. So
No, I love school.
Yeah, I love school too.
Oh, wow.
I also feel like, well, I mean, I can't relate, but my
That
dad.
makes me so excited for high school.
Yeah, so I can't relate, but my dad said that you have a lot more freedom in high school than you do in elementary school, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Okay, awesome. So let me ask you guys a question about your favorite artists. If you could open a show for any artist, who could it be, or who would it be?
I got it already.
Okay.
Shawn Mendes, because he's my husband, and I just mean the world to me to perform for my husband.
Wow. We're talking about husbands already. You know what? I'm telling your mom. I'm telling mom and dad.
So if I could open for any artist, I would definitely pick Cain. They their energy is absolutely incredible, and they have such a devoted fan base. And to be able to experience that would be incredible.
So time travel. That's in your future. You're thinking about time travel.
My friend went to go see them in the summer. They did a reunion tour. So,
oh wow!
Yeah, they did a reunion tour recently. So
okay,
dreams come true. You know.
Was Adam Lambert? Was he the lead, the front? Okay, yeah. He's phenomenal. Yeah.
I heard the show was quite incredible. So hopefully I can go see it one time. That'd be fun.
Awesome.
My favorite artist would have to be Taylor Swift. I think she's really inspirational, and I really like her message behind all her songs.
Gotcha, okay.
I love Taylor Swift.
Swizzle, as they call her. And who didn't talk? Was it? I know Ava, you didn't say anything just yet.
Okay, Drake. That's all I have to say. I'd love to open for Drake. He's literally so inspiring to me, just because he's a rapper and he can also sing. I would love to open for him.
Gotcha. And who else? Who's the last person?
Me. I would love to open for Ariana Grande, because I've been just listening to her music since I was 8 or somewhere there. And I watch her TV shows too, and I love them. I watch Victoria, Sam, and Kat. I love them, and I love her music and her all the time.
Yeah, she's super talented, and I like her vocal impressions too.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny. And so, one thing we didn't talk about, and I think it's important that we mention that you guys are in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys all in the same city or different cities in Canada, or?
We live in different cities, but very close by to one another.
Yeah, if you're Canadian, you're the GTA, the Greater Toronto area, so around Toronto.
Okay, the GTA. And Sienna, you're in some, it starts with an M,
Mississauga? Mississauga. Yeah, me and Sienna are Mississauga buddies. High five.
Okay, Mississauga. Okay, because I remember talking to your dad a few months ago, and and I was like, where you guys located? He was like, it's limit. I was like, what? I was like, okay, well, got it. So Mississauga, got it. Mississauga. Okay, awesome. I'll try not to butcher it too bad. All right. So, if you could collaborate with any other artists, who would that be?
Once again, I have to go, it's a long shot, but Cain. They have created some of the most loved songs of all time. And to be able to learn from them and all of their experiences would be an amazing opportunity. It's a long shot, but it would be amazing.
That's right. You guys say dream big, right? GForce dream big. That's right.
And be kind.
Dream big. That's right. See, so dream big. You never know. One day, you never know.
Yeah. For me, I feel like I would have to go with Spice Girls, because they are true iconic legends.
Yes.
And they've made history, which I find really incredible. So it would be such an honor to collaborate with them and meet them. That would just be out of this world. Oh my God.
So I'm half Korean, so and I also am in love with K-pop. So just because we're a girl group, probably would love to open for another girl group. So Blackpink, I love them. I love their music, and it'd be awesome to open for them.
Wow. I thought you were going to say BTS, but nope. I said. I thought. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I, like Holly said, either the Spice Girls or Madison Beer. I love Madison Beer. She's so talented, and she spreads such a good message, and I just love her.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's good to know.
I would have to say the Spice Girls too.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
So you guys really like the Spice Girls?
Yeah. A lot of people say that we like the mini Spice Girls, so opening for them would be like out of this world.
That would be kind of cool. But you guys bring so many different styles to the table, and that makes sense. That makes sense to me. I can understand that. So, tell me this. So, what have you guys been up to since AGT?
We have been working on making new music. We want to develop our own TV show, so we've been brainstorming in that area. And we have been performing shows in Toronto.
We did a few concerts. We did one at the Deerhurst Resort in Muskoka, and we also did one at the Living Arts Center for Family Day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And that's in addition to but I'm going to talk a little bit about this because I think we did this off camera, but let's talk about the UNICEF. What's going on with that?
So we are UNICEF Canada's youngest ambassadors. We participated. They brought back a campaign that they did quite a while back. It was called Halloween Heroes, and we were lucky enough to be able to participate in that and help kids raise money for promote awareness to raise money for different causes. There were 5 different heroes, and the campaign went super well. And now we are working with UNICEF to, of course it's online, to reach out to kids on how
to stay safe during this time.
We are doing during this pandemic, and also how we can cope with the pandemic. And it's probably being UNICEF ambassadors is the most rewarding part of being GForce because we're kids helping other kids. So we're super honored to be able to participate in that.
Oh, that's awesome. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys write your own music, or you collaborate and get together and write with other writers, or how do you work it? How does it work for you guys?
The creative process is actually really fun. We all get together and we get to share our own ideas. Mm-hmm. And basically we get to, once we pick all of the ideas, then we, write the lyrics together. We basically do everything together.
And so our song ideas normally come from conversations that we have.
Yeah, and a lot of the ideas actually were based off of our experience on AGT. So Simon Says was based off of our emotions and thoughts going through the first round.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think you got a kick out of that.
We're lucky to receive guidance from our producer. We're lucky enough to receive guidance from our producer Miles Ehrlich. He's so incredible. He shows us all the tips and tricks, and he works with us in the studio. So we're very grateful to have him help us record and create music.
So, what is one message that you like to give to your fans?
A message that we would all like to give to our fans is that if you dream big, work hard, and be kind, then you can do anything.
My advice is definitely career related, and it's if you want to pursue a certain career, it's important to formulate a plan, and we do this with really anything we're hoping to achieve in the future. You can include things such as training and research and meeting people in that specific work field as part of getting to know whatever you want to achieve, and remember to be persistent.
Be persistent. Be. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right. Who else?
Well, mine is the same thing as Holly's. If you dream big, work hard, and be kind, you can do anything. It's basically GForce's motto, so I stand by that too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So do I.
All right. What about you, Sienna?
I stand by that too. I think if you want to do it, just go for it and try your best. Dream big, work hard, be kind, and you can do it.
I am here. I've been interviewing GForce, and it's been a great interview. And they're going to be doing a song called "Rise" by Jonas Blue.
We're gonna rise till we fall. Say we got no future at all. They wanna keep us down, can't hold us down anymore. We're gonna rise till we fall. When we at the bottom, nothing gonna stop us climbing to the top with you. We could be the greatest ones who never made it. Yeah, I could be talking to you. They're trying to hate, but we won't change anything at all. No, we're gonna rise till we fall. They think we're just dropouts living at a mom's house. Parents must be so proud, they know it all. No, they don't speak our language, they say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore. We're gonna rise. We're gonna rise till we fall. No, they don't speak our language, they say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore. We're gonna rise. We're gonna rise till we fall. No, they don't speak our language, they say we're too savage. Yeah, no, we don't give up anymore.
Let's go. Whoa, yeah. Yeah. Here I am, it's me again. Doing things I never thought I'd do to win. I've been told that I need to let go of everything in life that I cannot control. Oh, never knew the ride would bring me here. Now I see nothing to fear. Hanging on to this bed of rope. I'm stronger now than before. Stronger than before. But the time has come to move forward now, and I'm hanging on to this thread of hope. Yeah, in this thread of hope. Oh, yeah. There's a smile behind the pain. Said the sun still shines even though there's rain. I'll stay afloat because I'm made of more. Light of hope will help me to endure. Hanging on to this thread of rope. Said I'm stronger now than before. The time has come to move forward now. I'm hanging on to this thread of rope. There's a dance in the middle of heartache. I'll embrace what may come. I will not break. Might be down, but not out. It's a matter of faith. Yeah. There's always a way. Oh. Whoa. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm hanging stronger now than before. Oh, the time has come to move forward now. Said I'm hanging on to this thread of rope. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, sing it with me, say, oh, 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 hey, hanging on, oh, 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 oh,
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to say thank you for showing up, thank you for coming, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I want to send a special shout out to my guitarist Chad, and I also want to say something for my special guests Tyler, GForce, Jay Santo, and Jessica. Really appreciate you guys for doing this. I mean, you guys blessed my heart with that one. Also, I want to ask you guys to do something for me. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Click on the links right there. See them right there? They're right there. Click on them now. Do it now.